Hey y'all, happy Sunday, happy Father's Day, happy we still here day. How y'all doing? How is everybody doing? Y'all please hit that like button as you come in. Hit that thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Please and thank you. I probably better set this bad boy subscribers only because y'all know they'll send some trolls in on you, girl, and I ain't with all that today. This is not the day for that. So let me make sure that I get rid of that before we get into it. Y'all know we got to talk about this show, this dreadful show. Um, I don't know, y'all. It's the overacting, the faking, the putting on for me. We're gonna talk about all of it. We gotta talk about Marlo's little messy butt, which she ain't told no lies. Now let's get that straight. But we got to talk about her. We got to talk about Miss Kandi and her little boring self. We definitely got to have a word about Sanya with this trying to have a moment. I ain't never seen somebody try so hard to have a moment in my life. We got to talk about that heifer. It's just a whole lot of heifers we got to talk about, and we're gonna talk about them heifers tonight. Yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are, hun. So let's get on into it. First of all, let me go ahead, save that. All right. And then let me greet everybody so we can start talking and gossiping and whatnot, okay? Hey, Miss Wilson, she was the first one in. Child, saw your mama phony, and so is she, girl. That's where she get it from. That's right. That's right. Child, Miss Wilson ready to talk about them heifers. Don't y'all see that? Hey, Miss Sparkle. Hey, sis. All right. My Kia Cocoa Pop is in the house. Hey, girl. Renee, hey there. Kenya 330, what's happening? It's the beautiful Bianca Edwards, girl. You fell asleep on us the other night. You sure did. Honey, Miss Thing had to get her beauty sleep. Hey, Auntie Eva. Hey, Learning to Love Myself. Thank you for hitting me up with that email earlier. I had already heard about it, but I appreciate y'all making sure I know what's happening. Hey, DS, what's going on with you? Tasha Rain. Hey, lady, happy Sunday to you. Happy Father's Day to any of the dads listening, any of my brother-in-laws that might be listening in the background. Happy Father's Day. Happy Papa's Day to all of you guys. You are awesome. I love black dads. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing, girl? Did I already holler at Kim Bird? If not, hey, Kim Bird. Hey, Vita from Denver. Yep, she say Denver's in. Yes, Denver's in, honey. Hey, Delisha. How you doing? There's my sister Nacho Twins mama up in here. We got the gorgeous Niecy Rose in here. We got Dana Cutler up in here. Honey, we got everybody. All of the favorites are here. Everybody. Because all y'all are my favorites. DH, hey there. Peeping through them blinds. How you doing? Chocolate Sunshine, the lovely one. How you doing? Cool Gamer, good to see you. Rochelle, how are you? Dora. Hey, girl, Queen Mermaid, she done made it. Thank you so much for everything that you've been getting done. Lord, listen, y'all might not know it. Some of you do know it, and y'all need to go ahead and show our sister some love. This lady worked hard making sure she helped me keep stuff straight because y'all know I'm scatterbrained, and this lady right here helps me keep a lot of it straight, and I appreciate it, and y'all should too. Hey, Mary Pagese, how you doing? Mommy's Peanut, Geneva is in the chat. Hey, Mama's Peanut. All right. We got Kandi R in the house. What's going on? Queen of Hearts, KS. Hello, lady. My Angie from Miami, honey. And she changed the picture to show off that new do. Yes, she did, honey. That do is right. Hey, Deborah Randall, how you doing? Angie always be cute. That hair stay fixed. I wish I kept my hair fixed. Hell, I wish I kept my hair combed. Hey, E. Davis. DV, how you doing? That's what's up. DM Rocks. Child, how you been doing? You say you loving your girl Kenya this season and Sanya is getting on my nerves. You know what? I dislike Kenya a lot less than I used to. I'm going to say that. I ain't going to say that, I'm loving her, but I dislike her a whole lot less than I used to. Hey, D. Marie, maybe it's Sanya. Maybe Sanya's so terrible that she's making Kenya more likable. It's possible. It really is. Hey, Glennis. That's my sissy, y'all. All right. So listen, y'all. Anybody else come in? If I miss them, please don't y'all miss them. Egypt say she up in here in the chat, in the building. Hey, Egypt now. She texted me, but I ain't see her in the chat. But I'm just glad that she's here. I'm glad everybody is here. Y'all, let's get into it. Let's talk. Allie from Miami, how you doing? Hey, girl. There she go in the building. We got Icy 7690. Hey there. Is that like Icy Hot? You know, that's one of my favorite fragrances. Yes, it is. I ain't nothing like some menthol. Ain't nothing like it. Y'all know I believe in mentholated love. Yes, I do. All right. So listen. Y'all, please hit that like button. Let's all do it together. Okay, as a show of unity, let's hit the like button on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hit that like button. If you already hit it, just go over there and double check it in unison. Let's make sure that YouTube ain't take it back. That's number 1. Next thing's next. Happy Juneteenth, y'all. Okay, we done shout out the fathers. Not happy Juneteenth. Queen, girl, where have you been? Oh my gosh. You say, like it or not, I'm Team Twirl. Long time, sis. How are you? Girl, how you doing? When are you coming to Houston? I got to take you out and treat you to something. Oh my gosh, girl, it has been a long time. It's good to see you. So listen. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day. All right, for those of us who have daddies in heaven, you know what I'm saying? Blow kisses toward the sky. Let's tell our daddies happy Father's Day in heaven. And happy Juneteenth. I hope everybody that wants to celebrate had a chance to celebrate. If you work in a job and they give you the day off tomorrow, y'all enjoy your day off. Don't work too hard. Just enjoy it. Have a good time, And we got a couple of quick announcements. One of our sisters, BJ Dez, is requesting prayer. She has something very heavy that's going on with her family. And we're not going to talk about her business because y'all know that's how we do over here in the fam. We don't talk about you. We pray for you. And that's what we're going to do. Once I finish this stream, I want you all to go to the community tab and sign the greeting card for her, okay, to send to her family. I'll have a little more info on the posting with the greeting card on the community tab, okay? So please, let's send our love, our prayers, our declarations and decrees of healing, of blessings, all that good stuff for her. And in the middle of the night, last night, I lost one of my oldest friends, to complications to lupus. And it's been a lot to swallow. It's been a lot to swallow. And she was my sister, like all of y'all are my sisters. We not blood, but blood couldn't have made us no closer. That was my sister. So, please say a prayer for her 2 daughters and a prayer for her mama and her daddy because they both still here. And they having to deal with that aftermath too. Okay? That's what family do. We ain't got to always understand each other, see eye to eye, whatever. Tongue and teeth fall out, baby. Family don't. And I'm grateful for this family, just like I was grateful for my sister. And y'all just keep praying. Stay tough. Hands to the sky, baby. So listen, let's talk about this show because I'm not going to be down. I'm not going to stay down. We're not doing none of that. The devil is a lie. Whatever happens and everything that we go through, the first thing I want y'all to remember is that number one, there's still God, and number two, as long as you on this side, baby, where there's life, there's hope. So we're going to keep smiling, we're going to keep living, and we're going to keep making it do what it do. Now let's talk about this dry, ridiculous show, shall we? Because we need some laughs. I'm not crying all day. That's not an option. That's a non-starter, baby. I'm not crying all day. So now let's get into it. Sheree shared. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. Thank you so much for sending up that love. That's right, BJ Dez. We love you, baby. Whenever you get a chance to watch the playback, just know you got fam over here. We got your back, and we love you. So let's talk about this show. Let's get on in here. Y'all, let's go. I already know y'all got something to say, so I know I got something to say. Let's all talk about it. There go my sister, Vanessa Comagate in the house. Hey, sis. All right. So dig. So they start off, well, you know how they do. They start off where they left off with Drew showing up to this little, tacky party at a rented venue where her mama was cooking and people were standing around, kind of cooking whatever she told them to do. I don't know how that was an activity, but whatever you say, it is what it is. So Drew showed up. She's like, hey, I'm a supportive friend or whatever. I'm trying to be there for you. First thing I saw in your mama's mouth is you showed up after the cooking was done. You missed the cooking. Y'all did good. She came at all. Now, can we talk about the fact that the previous episode, we saw these two heifers, the cute old heifer and the young strong-faced heifer, sitting up complaining because the girl said she wasn't coming. Then when she showed up, Sanya talking about, oh, Lord, and the mammy talking about, you showed up after the cooking was done. Hell, she didn't have to be no cook for you. She got to cook at her own house. Hey, Dr. Ivy girl. So, dig. So that happened. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Then she went with her prize for the best dirty wine. I don't know. Listen. Sanya, you don't have to force the accent, baby. You ain't got to force that. Your mama got it and dad and them is real charming. It's cute. Okay. It's adorable. Dr. Ivy girl said no one knew they had to cook till they got there. Right. I don't think she was real clear on that. I think, because I know when she first said it, Dr. Ivy girl, the way I took it was, she was saying, y'all come and mama gonna show y'all how stuff go. Like a cooking show, like a demo, like, okay, girls, y'all gonna do this, we gonna do some of that. No, they get there and get in here and put on the apron and start cooking. How? You had Kenya up in there mispronouncing Belmont at the last minute. I say, Lord, this is pitiful. But anyway, talking about the prize for the best dirty wine, and then gonna say Marlo won. Now, girl, you was reaching. Now, we might like Marlo for being slick at the mouth, but I don't think nobody ever accused Marlo of moving that thing properly. Marlo be moving that thing like the little engine that could. She be down there squatting with the chugga. I think I can. What that is, my knees is almost bad. I know, because before my knees went all the way bad, that was the best I could do. If I went down there, I had to stay down there for a minute. And that's what the hell Marlo be doing. Marlo get down there and just go in that one small range of motion over and over, acting like she doing something. It's like you reaching. Then gonna pull out her Olympic, my Olympic gold medal. Let me remind them what a winner look like. Girl, stop. Just stop it. It don't make no sense. Angie, what you say, girl? Angie say, I would have went through the Burger King drive-through. 4 hours sat up there and went to trying to cook for them heifers. I'm not cooking for y'all unless I want to. Vanessa say, yeah, she got that money squat. Not the money squat. Say Marlo be squatting and scooting. Yes, the squat and the scoot. That is just, Marlo, stop. Listen, on behalf of the rest of the Florida girls throughout social media, the internet, and America at large, we asking you to stop with the stiff twerk. Please, ma'am. Please. Ain't nothing worse than seeing some old people talking about I can drop it down low. Just because you can, perform the feat of bending your knees, that is not dropping it down low. That's picking something up off the ground. And sometimes needing help up. That is not dropping it down low. Please stop that. Stop that. Oh, you say the Monty squat. That Monty squat need to stop. Say Marlo is too auntie for that. Ain't nothing wrong with being the auntie, but you know, auntie, don't do that no more. Say Sanya is the RHOA as Wendy is the RHOP. Now, Ellie, it's funny you should say that. Because me and Peanut was talking earlier. Y'all know I mean Geneva when I say my Peanut. Me and my Peanut was talking earlier, and she kind of alluded to the same thing, Ellie. She alluded to the same thing. She said the same thing. She giving the same energy that Wendy Osefo gave her first season. Like she just trying too hard. And you know how hard Wendy got on our nerves. Oh my God, she turned to juvenile because of them 400 degrees. That whole first season, all we heard about was them 400 degrees. That's all we heard about. Deborah say, remember, none of them could get the shine together when Tanya tried to teach them in Toronto. Yeah, you mean the wine? Yeah, they couldn't. It was the wine was too stiff. I knew you meant wine, Deborah. Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's what it is. Say, why she bring out that big gold medal though? Stop. Right. Yep. Season 1 Wendy. Season 1 Wendy all day. Peanut just said that. Then, get this. Talking about she want to remind them what a winner look like. Girl, in order for you to be... Look at this child. I got 4 degrees. That's what she kept doing. So... yeah, Marlo trying to keep that peach, but I feel like Marlo is an assassin. I feel like they done gave Marlo a couple extra dollars and said sickle. Now, that's the impression I got. I ain't accusing Marlo or nothing, but I feel like I know a hit job when I see one. That's all I'm going to say. I know a hit job when I see one. But back to this, I'm going to remind them what a winner look like. Baby, in order for you to remind somebody of something, they had to have knowledge of it prior to that moment. Is that not true? Do I have it right, y'all? If I'm going to remind you of something, you got to know about it the first time, don't you? Okay, DV hit me with the bullseye. I hope that's for me because I want to know if that's the truth. You say Marlo the executioner. Yes. Marlo the doggone executioner. That's what's going on. But back to this reminding, because y'all know words mean things and I can't let it go like that. Okay, thank you, Nisi. That's how it goes. You have to have prior knowledge of said information prior to the reminding of the subject matter. Okay. What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking, D. Stevens? Okay, so if you got to have prior knowledge, what I'm trying to get at, this is where I'm segueing to. How come every time when they first introduced this girl and they were trying to say who they was bringing onto the show, ain't nobody know who the hell you was talking about? I mean, am I wrong? Bianca say not had to know about it the first time. Yes, you had to know about it the first time. I need y'all to make this make sense. DV say, yes, that's for you. You know you on the money. Thank you, boo. I was just making sure I wasn't tripping. I'm making sure I ain't lost my mind. You know, it's always possible. I've been accused on several occasions by some very reputable people of losing my mind. Renee say, I don't think too many people knew who Sanya was. And that's my whole point. You going to remind them what a winner looked like. Baby, we didn't know the first time. Deborah said, I don't think Sanya raced in a minute, 2012, I believe. Yeah, she said that one was from 2012. That was she had said. So my thing is I remember when they first was telling us, oh, we're going to have Sanya Richard somebody. What's her real, is it Ross? Because I don't want to mess up the lady name. Because it's not a difficult name. So I don't want to mess that up. Okay, sis say that part. Exactly. Every time they said Sanya Ross, we said who? Now, God darn it, you can't remind us of what we didn't know, Sanya. You are from Whoville. You are Cindy Lou Who's auntie, Sanya. You Sanya Lou Who. Because every time we heard your name, we said who? They say Sanya Ross gonna join the cat. Who? One of Neo baby mamas and Sanya Ross. Who? We didn't know who you were, baby. You can't remind us of what we didn't know. We never heard of you. Evie say, LOL, everybody say, oh, she's a gold medalist. That's nice. Right. And I was sitting there like, how interesting is a gold medalist? I mean, come on now. Yeah, right. Sanya who? Like, nobody knew who that was. Not a soul. Not a dadgum soul. Vita say, ain't never heard of her. DB say, I knew Sanya watched her show. You watched her show. She was boring then and she's boring now. Right. Which brings me to my next point. D. Stevens say she should tell us what happens after you win. Keep it 100 like Dubai. Right. There you go. Tell us what happened after. Auntie Eva say, you say Sanya, we say who? Sanya, who? Sanya, who? Y'all, as a matter of fact, everybody put a who that in the chat. Everybody type who that in the chat. Because that's what it felt like. It felt like we were listening to that JT Money and Soleil song. Who that, 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 who. Okay, I was like, who that? You say not Whoville, not Whoville. This is true though. Who? Right, who? Who is you? Horton Hills are who? All the who's. Martha May Whovier, honey. All of them. Who is you, Sanya? Who? I love it. That's what I'm talking about. We got the who that in the chat. Hey, who that? Who that? Who that? Girl, who are you? Now, God darn it, if you was gonna be famous for trying to like do a JT Money remix, you got that. Sanya says, how is that relevant to RHOA? Thank you, Obi. Who that? Who that? Hey, Tracy Lashley. Who that? Who you? I love it. I love it. How is it relevant? Lord, Renee done took us all the way back. Who that is? That's just my baby daddy. Yes. Uh-huh. And who that mammy gonna say who that the Drew? Right, right. Sanya other show flop. Right. We don't know her. We don't know that girl. We don't know that woman. But this the thing. When it comes to track and field, y'all go with me for a while and let me know if I'm wrong. When it comes to track and field, we know certain people. Certain people is household names. Is it not true? It's true, right? Certain people are household names. These people are household names because they got personality. Carl Lewis had a personality. Now, Carl Lewis might have had a switch in his step. He might have had an S curl that wouldn't quit. But Carl Lewis had a personality. Ben Johnson might have wore them shiny shoes, but Ben Johnson got notoriety for them shiny shoes. We know FloJo because she was gorgeous for no reason. That honey, she'd be out on the track, locks, those luscious locks just flowing in the breeze. The long nails, the dragon ladies was working. She was one of the prettiest, baddest ladies on the track. We knew Jackie Joyner Kersey because she had personality. We know Usain Bolt because he got personality. We know Sha'Carri because Sha'Carri got personality. We knew about Sha'Carri before she ever got caught with a spliff. Sanya, we don't know you because you ain't got no personality, girl. Who that? Who that? Lord, Geneva say, I don't know her in the Mariah Carey voice. That's what I'm trying to say. Who you be? Who you be? Who you be? SB say she acting like she FloJo and could never be. And could never be. Ain't nothing regal about you, nothing. Nisa said we don't know her, but it shows how much of a fan she is. Right. That's right. The baddest. And she could never be the baddest. Say you got to get on the Wheaties box. Tell them again, D. You got to make it to the Wheaties box. Yeah. But yeah, you say she more like Flo No. Not Flo No. Obi said I had to Google Sanya when she was introduced. I ain't have to Google Drew, Kenya, Kandi, enough said at all. I can't stand Kandi, but we knew who she was. Now, we might not know whose Billy Goat that is, but we know who the hell she is. Ain't nobody confused. I'm just saying, we ain't seen you nowhere. Who is you? But anyway, I'm going to quit roasting her for bringing out that medal. And Drew was funny. Drew was like, Kenya don't bring out her crowns and Kandi don't bring out her Grammys. She was like, the girl doing too much. She's a tryhard. Definitely a tryhard bringing out the medal from 2012. Girl, between 2012 and 2022, them is 10 goddamn years. What the hell were you doing? Because you wasn't having children you ain't got but the one. What thing were you doing? What were you doing? Which one now? That's what I need to know. DV say you name all individual winners. She needed to be on a team to be a winner. Woo. Woo. DV. DV, you trying to give me hot flashes. Where is my fan? Fooling with DV. God darn it, I got a fan somewhere and I need it right now. Where's that? I'm reaching to get my fan. I ain't fooling with DV. DV say she had to be on a team. Whew. Whew, child, I had the fan behind that one. DV, that's cold. You ain't lie. You ain't told now lie, but that's cold. Say, oh, who is that getting? Oh, who that is getting dragged tonight? Yeah, we dragging who that? He would say R.I.P. Billy. Yeah, R.I.P. Billy. You know, a real OG, original GOAT, real life. Real life. That's my dog. Or that's my GOAT. So listen, I'm gonna stop Egypt. I'm gonna stop. I promise. I'm stopping. So anyway, then she gonna tell Drew, I'm glad you came. I just wanted to talk to you. I knew we was gonna have a conversation. See, this is the kind of stuff that make me not like Sanya. This stuff like this here. If you claim you wanted to talk to her, hey, Randa. You say only one of her medals is for an individual race. The other 3 was part of the team. Oh, Randa, you and DV is reading the hell out this lady. It wasn't me. Y'all rough. Y'all rough. Y'all is rough on this lady. But instead of her talking to her in front of a whole group of people, she could have talked to this lady on the telephone. They could have went and had tea together and talked about it. The fact that you tried to do it in front of people, baby, you was looking for a moment. Strong nose. You was trying to have a moment. Hell, if you needed a moment that bad, you could have went and got you a nose job, let the cameras follow you and stuff. It would have been interesting. It would have been reminiscent of back in the day when Nene and them was buying titties. You could have gave us that. You didn't have to do that. Hey, happy to be happy. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say. It was unnecessary. Randa, I'm glad you called us live too. I miss you when you're not here. So then, you know, Drew up there trying to keep it light, making jokes. She was like, oh, you know, when you was up there in New York and then Artez did your makeup for free, like joking. You know, they was like, oh, everybody was laughing like, oh, she being shady, but just playing around. Honey, Miss Thing turned up, started screaming, started complaining about the faces Drew making. And then let me say this, Sanya mama might be cute. Hey, King St. Carl, what's happening, baby? What's going on? But she complaining about the faces that the girl making. Like, you can't control nobody's face. If she not talking, she making faces, you gonna live. You gonna be all right. But then Sonya mama like, lady, you might be cute, but you was a cute hot mess. What you should have been doing was checking your daughter like, girl, if you want to talk about an issue, talk about your issue and stop complaining about this girl's face. You don't own nobody's face. Right, Tracy is forced. And she talking about stop making them faces and you know it upset her. What you mean you know it upset her? Your daughter said that they wasn't even really friends. So how the hell would she know how her face affect your strong-nosed daughter? How the hell would she know that? Good Lord. Lady, stop. I don't like her mama. Usually when I don't like people, I like their mamas, but I don't like her. You say Sonya's strange. She's strange and she fake as hell, just like her mammy. Eva say Sonya mama is the reason she full of crap. Exactly. And the thing is, your mama probably got away with a lot because she was cute. Sanya, that ain't gonna work for you, baby. Hey, Red Majestic Diva, because cute you're not. Cute you're not. Slim, yes. Cute, no. Let's keep it real. So then she complained about the faces or whatever. And then, hey, Drew called her out and she said what all of us were thinking. It's almost like, remember that movie White Chicks where they was like, you were thinking it, but you said it. That was one of them moments where it was like we was all thinking it, but Drew said it, and I appreciated it. And then it was like, you know, off of who? She was like, girl, I ain't got enough followers for you to clout chase off me. You know who you were clout chasing off of? Talking about I have 4 Olympic gold medals. Put some respect on my name. Like, girl, that's so tacky and corny. You didn't even get that right. Like, it's 100 times you could have used that, and it wasn't in that moment. Like, she really, to borrow from Secret Squirrel, Miss Thing did not stick the landing. Okay, Mama Joyce over there, you know, talking about they arguing about nothing. Really, which they were arguing about nothing. It wasn't that deep, in my opinion. Then that went on, you know, like I said, Sanya was just looking for a moment. And then Drew brought Kandi and Kenya together, you know, as a good girlfriend will do. SB, you say you ain't feeling her mama either. I ain't feeling her mammy. At all. At all. Vanessa say, who that and her mammy seem thirsty as hell. Say, fell flat. Wendy did it better. Yes, Wendy definitely did it better. Wendy got on my nerves when she was trying to be juvenile. But when she came back as Bubba Sparks, Wendy did that. Yeah, was trying too hard. Too hard. It was so cringeworthy. Alex say, sorry, Wendy delivery of that line was better 2 seasons ago. Right. Definitely better. Definitely better. He would say Wendy at least do it better. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I guess she was trying to pull a Wendy O, but she was a Wendy O no. DS say they do seem rather parched. Rather parched. Them ends too. Grease your scalp, ladies. Grease your scalp. You know, word to the wise. So then, you know, that's when we saw, you know, we mentioned that when we were talking about the trailer, the teaser, not the trailer, but the teaser or the, you know, upcoming scenes when we saw Kandi catch an attitude because that girl said she wasn't comfortable. So then she tells Kenya, don't get prim and proper now. She got a right to want to be prim and proper. She don't want y'all playing between her legs. Mama Joyce talking about, if you don't want to put it on, don't put it on. Don't nobody control my vagina but me. Like, girl, Mama Joyce, people trying to eat. Don't nobody want to hear about your Sally. Now, God darn it, your Sally is old enough to get a check and sign up for AARP. Okay, your Sally is probably got a membership to the Legion Hall. We don't want to hear about your Sally when people is eating dinner, ma'am. Don't nobody want to hear about that while they eating dinner. I don't know what Mama Joyce puffed on before she came in there, because y'all know more and more senior citizens is messing with the devil's lettuce. But God darn it, Mama Joyce. Now that's where I draw the line. And y'all know I love me some Joyce. But Joyce, you wrong for that. Say Wendy does it eloquently, in my opinion. Yeah, Wendy's definitely eloquent. Definitely eloquent. You got to give her that. Say a Wendy, oh no. Yeah, she's a Wendy, oh no. Randa say, that is not the way to bring Jamaicans onto reality TV stage. Mama doing too much. Thank you, Randa. I agree. That's not cool. Okay. SB telling me to stop. I'm going to stop. I'm going to behave and just tell y'all what had happened. Okay. Vanessa say, hearing about Kandi the Billy Goat is enough. Yes. And she up here telling us about her Sally. Not your twins mama say Sally in the Legion Hall. I'm done. You know Sally got a card to the Legion Hall. You know it. There go us, cousin. Hey, cuz. Dropping by to show some love. We appreciate you. We love you. We miss you, baby. All right. Alice say, Kandi, please leave that on your show. Don't let nobody watch it. Thank you. That's the safest place for it. If you put it over there, nobody will see it. And see, this is the thing. Talking about, and then try to, you know, this is, y'all know that's a pet peeve of mine. Why are you trying to whole shame people? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? And then for the fact that, like, I saw that during the preview. Hey, Amy J. During the preview, I saw that Kandi did it, but Marlo did that too. Leave that girl alone. I don't care if she slept with the entire Harlem Globetrotters. If she don't want y'all playing with her stuff, and she don't want to be in a tight enclosed space on a sprinter with all y'all playing with each other's stuff, she got every right. And Kandi talking about something. It's funny because we the ones married and we ain't had no problem, and she got a problem. Girl, you don't have a problem because your man play with everybody's stuff but yours. That's why you ain't had no problem. And number two, you can't tell me all y'all up in there playing around, digging around in your cooch. It might have been some odoriferous emanations going on up in that sprinter. You understand me? Because I saw the looks on some of them faces, and some of y'all wasn't looking like that everything was summer's eve fresh up in there. You're sweating and going on. You're in the South. It's hot. You're digging around down there playing with stuff. It's nasty. She had every right. She had every right not to be comfortable. You got to be a nasty, trifling, desperate to be seen on TV, begging for a moment type heifer to be all right with somebody playing with your goddamn pocketbook. D. Marie, you say you eating. I'm sorry. Sis. But it had to be said, man. Vanessa said, I'm not a Kenya fan, but at least Kenya has respect for her daughter. Thank you very much. And you know I ain't no Kenya fan. I can't have Stanna. But she wasn't wrong on this one. Lord, there go my girl Mimi in the chat, say chicken of the sea crotch. Right. We don't know what the hell was going on up in there. Some of them heifers probably smell like meatloaf. King Sankara say Sanya dug shard in front of them cameras. Oh, you bad. It was too much. It was distasteful. Say Kandi got a lot of nerve. She the queen of the big mouse bass. Yeah. Say about to get me out. I'm sorry. I'm just saying she wasn't wrong. The girl wasn't wrong now. Whether you like Kenya or not, let's tell the truth, shame the devil. She was not wrong. And in the fact, she's talking about all your sex stories. So what if she sit down privately and talk with y'all about some sex stories? If she think you her friend, she probably felt comfortable to talk. Mind you, this is strike number 2 for RHOA about telling your business. Fallon told her business. Portia walked off with her nigga. I'm sorry, with her man. Kenya told her business. This tramp gets up there and whole shame her in the confessional. Now, for the ladies on RHOA, let this be a warning to you. Quit telling people business. Quit telling these people your business. Because if you tell them, as soon as mad they come, or as soon as it's in their best interest or they can take advantage of it, they finna talk about your business, shade you on your business, and everything else. Amy J said, I'm sorry, I don't like Kandi sex toys on the bus. Read the room. That ain't it. Right, Amy J. But people like Sanya, clout chasing head up the behind heifer, a heifer like her, she gonna let you play in her pocketbook. Hell, I believe she'd have cocked it open and said cheese for the camera if Kandi had asked, thinking that that's gonna get her another season on that show. Hey, Mary, how you been, girl? King St. Carl said they making me like Drew and Kenya more and more. They are. And it's sad. It's sad. Right. Kenya wasn't wrong. I don't want to hear nobody say Kenya was wrong on this one. I'm going to tell you, y'all know normally if we got a difference of opinion, I'd be like, well, maybe you're right. It could be. No. Anybody say Kenya wrong on this one, I'm going to argue you down. No, she ain't. Vanessa say Marlo was right to talk about that dang play, not coochie stimulators. Right. Marlo was right about that. She was. Don't nobody want to hear that filth. DA say Kandi don't like when whole facts are discussed. Right, but she love to discuss other people's whole facts. But I bet you she ain't gonna show y'all her printout. Randa say Kandi want to profit from toys and dungeon related stuff, but still want Phaedra punished. Bravo lets her have it both ways. They have been Randa, but I believe they done sent Marlo after her. I'm sorry if you ask me, and I could be wrong, but I believe they done sent Marlo as the one woman hit squad. I just believe it. Dana say I think Kandi trying to test the waters to see people freak level for her and Todd. I don't think so. I think she thinks that's the only interesting thing she got, and she tries to wear it out. It's not interesting, and it actually is worn out. I'm glad to see you. Mimi say Kandi don't even look sexually attractive. She don't. That look like some miserable, uncomfortable stuff she's toting there. Nacho Twins mama say, oh no, this too much, y'all. I don't even watch the show when I'm turned off. I'm trying to tell you. Lord, Vita, did you say discharge on air? I'm through with you. Hey, SFF. How you doing, girl? So listen, that was just it for me. How you going to confession to try to make this girl sound bad? Talking about we know what you've been doing and we know about your track record. What does her track record have to do with her being on that bus? Child, I'm not even mad that Bravo is going after Kandi. I'm not mad. If that's really what they're doing, I'm not mad. Amy J said, I rarely agree with Marlo, but I understand what would you understand with her about the hand-me-down clothes. Sorry, Kenya, Children and Foster deserve more than leftovers. Right, they do. SB say Bravo keeps Kandi because of the debauchery of it all. It was because of the leverage. That's what it really was. It was leverage, in my opinion. I really believe that. So anyway, so then Kandi act like her blood pressure up. They move on. So then they show Marlo. Hey, Oval. Say Kandi want others to do her duties. Maybe so with her nasty self. Ain't just oh God. Obviously, starting to think Phaedra may have been right with all she alluded to, i.e. Shamia, Dungeon Gate, etc. But I digress. Baby, you ain't got to digress because you saying exactly what I'm thinking. You preaching to the choir. I told y'all Phaedra never said she lied. She just apologized for putting Portia in it. And to me, that speaks volumes. Period. Okay? And your niece Geneva agrees with you. Okay? Mary say that guest house of Candace was a hot mess. Right. It's giving me you don't clean up, heifer. That's what it's giving me. But I'm going to let it go. So Marlo was at the Women's Expo. Marlo was to the Women's Expo and talking about her Glam It Up initiative or whatever, her nonprofit. And she does, to me, I feel like she does a nice thing for the foster care girls. She mentors the girls and gets them a few nice things. Like she might not be able to change their whole life, but I kind of understand her with the wanting them to have some new things, you know. And I thought that was sweet. She went up there and answered some questions or whatever and was talking about how she was at 5 different foster homes and opened up to the people. I thought that was cool. Then they showed Sanya and her mama and them. Well, actually, hold on. Let's go ahead and finish that out. Drew called Marlo after that show and gonna ask her what she missed. Girl, Drew, just say, girl, I'm calling the gossip. Don't be talking about what you missed. You know what you know why you called. You didn't call to say what I missed. You called to say, now, girl, what was them hoes talking about before I got there? Now, that's what you really called for. Now, okay? That's what you called for. Mary, what you say? Say she make too much money to have that house in such disarray. But heifers like that, their house be like that, girl, because they don't want to pay nobody to clean up. That's what that is. And a little bit of hoarding. You know, it happens. Hey, Antoinette. And so Drew called like what I missed. So she up there working out or whatever. Marlo was like, yeah, keep working out. That was nice. You know, dude, keep working out. You know, and I know we all joke or whatever about her having, you know, looking like she living a pineapple under the sea. Y'all know. But I'm going to give her credit for at least trying. You know, try to work out. I ain't going to give her no credit by lying about no BBL. You know you ain't had no BBL. You know you ain't had no BBL. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not, you know, not sitting up there built like no Serta Perfect Sleeper. You ain't had no BBL. But I applaud her for working out, putting in the work. It don't happen overnight. Do your thing, girl. And don't let nobody make you feel bad. And nothing wrong with that. But then so they basically got to talking about Kenya and her fakeness. Sanya trying to take up for Kenya. You know, Drew with her, okay, she betting on the wrong team. Marlo talking about Kandi, you know, saying that she been knowing Sheree longer than anybody and she should have done something. So I understand how Marlo feel, but y'all, can I say this? While I understand what Marlo is saying, Kandi should have done something, part of me also feels like, Marlo, that's not your business. You're not the police. You don't get the police friendships. If she choose not to do nothing, and however Sheree feel about it, let Sheree respond to it the way she respond to it. Marlo, why is your mouth in that situation? That ain't none of your affair. If you want to have Sheree back, which is a good thing with her going through hell and making bad decisions, have her back. Don't nobody need you to police nobody else's relationships, connections, or friendships. It's not your business, ma'am. It's simply not. DA say Kandi will pay a glam squad, but not a maid. I'm done. I'm just saying, I ain't talking bad about it. Y'all seen the condition of that guest house. King St. Carr say you right. She was calling to see what was said about her before she got there. Exactly. That's what was going on. Now that's what happened. Yeah. That's Serta Perfect Sleeper, that good one. Yeah, you're right. Marlo always does do that. She need to stop trying to tell people how they should act with each other. You act the way you supposed to act with people. And stop trying to control how they relate to each other. Yep, she did do it with Kenya and Portia. She did. You're right. This ain't her first go round, but she need to learn to mind her business. Hey, Abba's child, she need to learn how to mind her business. Say Drew probably had a little non-surgical BBL. I mean, now SFL. Now you know I love you. Girl, you know I love you. You know, Drew ain't had no BBL, surgical, non-surgical, imaginary in her dreams on a piece of paper. Ain't nobody even drew her with a BBL. Hey, Catherine Bennett. Now, Drew just lied about that. I don't hate Drew, but Drew lied. Now, unless she showed me a receipt, I ain't believing her. And if she showed a receipt, we all need to go up there and help her jump the doctor that took her money. Marlo stirring too many pots at the same time. I think Marlo being herself, y'all. Obi say, yeah, that's where Snake Marlo comes in, trying to police relationships. F out of here with that. It's true. She need to stop. I don't like that. I don't. I believe in people minding their business. Now you can have an opinion, but to be interjecting yourself and telling people what they should have did, you got a whole attitude with somebody about what they doing to someone else, baby. Unless they set their house on fire, done slept with their man, or stole some children from their house or some money out their purse. Why do you have that much of an opinion? Yep, she did it with Kenya and Nene too. She sure did. Hey, Lala. I'm glad you made it. Mimi say suction cup booty. Yeah, that's right. When Drew was smaller, she had a cute little shape when she was young. But you know, it's hard once you start having children. Ladies, y'all know it's hard to maintain. See, before you have children, you got what you got. But at that point, it's up to your mama to kind of be real with you and say, look, this is the type of body shape you got. If you get past a certain size, it ain't going to look nice. You got to keep it from here and down in order to look nice. But that's the mama's job to do. And maybe she was able to kind of hold it there and maintain until she went to having them children. Because y'all know, you go to having them babies, things go a little different. Renee say Drew is delusional. That I believe. She really is a little bit. Say maybe with an invisible Crayola marker. Not even with that, Niecy. Not even with that. You so crazy. Hey, Miss Gigi. All right. Juan, what's up? Say Marlo trying to hold on to that peach. She'll do anything to stay on the show. Yes, she will. Okay, Juan, you don't think that them people sent her after them girls? Because I feel like they sent her. I think one of the conditions of her getting that peach was that she had to go after them girls. And I think that's what she agreed to do, was go after the girls. Obi says she could get a snapback if she wants. Keyword, if she wants. Exactly. That's why I applaud her for working out. Do the work. You can do it. Drew is still a young enough woman. She's a cute girl. She can do it. Catherine say Drew been taking gaslighting lessons from RHOA. Had to. And she done passed the class. Say Drew got a BBL, but she still shaped like SpongeBob SquarePants. Right. I ain't never heard of that kind of BBL. And I don't want to know how much it costs. At that point, the doctor should pay you. And just my opinion. It don't mean nothing other than that. Just my opinion. Now, when it got to Sheree and her friend, now listen, I'm tired of them putting Sheree in here, giving her these 30-second like time slots in the show. Sheree ain't interesting worth a darn. This lets me further know that the producers and the EPs and the execs were scraping the bottom of the barrel. They bring Sheree back. Sheree brings nothing to the show every single time. Now we got to sit here and sit through this manufactured storyline of her and call Tyrone, but he ain't gonna answer his phone. You up there in Philly with outdoors to a table, drinking tea with shades and a fur on, talking about he ain't coming. You knew he wasn't coming when you took your behind there. Juan said, I totally agree, Seanitra. They tell her to stir it. They tell her to stir up stuff for the drama, and she does it. Puppet. Right, like the rest of them was puppets. They told them to go after Nene, they did it. They said go after Porch, they did it. So, I mean, turnabout's fair play. Miss Gigi say, I do believe Marlo's peach is conditional. She couldn't get one all them years suspicious. Well, she couldn't get one all them years because Andy Cohen said she used a homosexual slur. This time, slur or no slur, they had to give her that peach because they ain't had nobody else with no personality. Who the hell was going to carry the show? Sanya and her daddy over there talking about buck. Catherine say producer sent Marlo and she was happy to go. She was. Lord, Mary say she by nothing is so boring. Yes, Lord have mercy. I who have nothing, she who brings nothing. SFF say right, Sheree and Kandi go in the same bucket. Boring. That's why I feel like Kandi should have been trying to bond with her sister in boredom. Right, Sheree and her lies. So she's sitting there with her friend. Hold on, before we go there, can we talk about Sanya and her dry family? Can we talk about them? Okay, you said she wasn't born when she started. You know what? You're right, Obi, to a degree, and I'm gonna tell you why I think so. It's the beautiful Chanel D Queen, y'all. Hey, sis. That's what he did. Book. I was like, oh my God, this is so corny. Yes, and let me tell you why I think that is, Obi. I think Sheree gave us more that first season because she was in a group you got to remember when they started this group, I forgot what that lady's name is. It was Princess. What is her last name? So one of y'all tell me in the chat. She went to Nene. Nene pretty much got that group of girls together. Even brought in Kim and was like, "Oh, you gonna like this white girl because she crazy." Nene actually went and got a group of friends and put them on the show. So I think that Sheree was giving us more in because she was actually surrounded by people who knew her. And I think she was more comfortable. She was more herself. She was actually more entertaining. Now, hey, Born to Be Wild. Right, that producer. But what was her last name? It's good to see you. Yeah, Sanya trying to force a beef with Drew to have a moment. But that's what I'm saying. The original group were actual friends. Said Sheree was supposed to be the bad girl of the show. She didn't quite bring bad girl, but she brought something. It wasn't so much hungry. Like, I don't think hungry was the issue. I think it was a matter of they had real chemistry because they really knew each other. So we got to watch real friends, real acquaintances, rather, people who really knew each other interact on screen. And we don't get that no more. There is no real chemistry. There's no real relationships, real connections to interact. You threw a bunch of people in here like it's night, like it's amateur night at the Apollo or amateur night at the Improv. Like everybody just improv. So I hope that chicken wouldn't drive Sanya in her storyline. I hope not either. Yes, people did carry Sheree, but it's like even if you got a dry friend, right? Your dry friend ain't gonna be that dry if somebody's watching your friend group. They're gonna say, "Oh, this group of friends is crazy." They're not gonna say, "Oh, this group of friends is crazy," but that one over there not quite as crazy. So people could just get into it. We didn't even pick up that Sheree was boring until after they started taking the real friends off and putting in stand-ins like Kandi. Sheree lying by trying to find a black female CEO in Atlanta. Right. That's one of the biggest lies ever. Right. They were real friends. They really knew each other. King said, Cara say, I'm disturbed by Sanya and her on and off again relationships with her accent. Baby, if she forced that accent one more time. Now, I know it's a lot of us, things can kind of twirl in and out, and you might hear a little twinge or something here and there. But you don't hear like a little hint of an accent here and there. Like that happens. That's natural. Miss Thing forces it, and it's so it gives nails on the chalkboard. Nails on the chalkboard. But let's talk about her mom and them. So they sitting over there, her and her family. Like, what family do you know all come to the living room to discuss stuff? They telling the family, like, what y'all gonna do? Go jump somebody? First, she complaining about Marlo and Sheree telling her how they felt about not being invited, which they had a right to tell you how they felt. They didn't do nothing to you. Her mama was like, can you imagine what would have happened? Would they have gotten anything done? Well, let's talk about it. They've been on this ship. They've been on this show year after year, getting a whole lot done, while your daughter was getting nothing done for the last 10 years. Buck. Then they complaining that Drew came late, and she was like, she came. I was like, oh, Lord. Why would you be like, oh, Lord, when you invited a strong nose? Then complain about the clout chasing comment. You are clout chasing, Sanya, whoever. And they're talking about I am the clout. That's when her daddy come with that countrified buck. Gramps, stop it. Stop it. The hell, and the mama talking about something. I don't know the game. Girl, first of all, if you don't know about the game, you're the only person don't know about the game. When they brought Drew Sidora and people was like, oh, that's the one that was up there trying to take Derwin from Melody. Now, they might not have known her real name. Yes, I said strong nose. Y'all know Sanya got that strong nose. It's strong. But back to this here. If they didn't know about the game, you was the only ones who didn't. People who didn't know Drew Sidora's real name knew who that character was on the game. At the end of the day, when you said that, it was like, oh, that girl. We might not have remembered her from the Disney Channel, but everybody remembered her from the game. Now, cut the crap. Now, the problem is, even when you reference your daughter, hell, you could show us a picture of your daughter, and we still don't know who the hell she is. Because she ain't got no personality. She didn't make herself known on the track like that. You ain't known in the streets like that. You not known in society like that. Ma'am, stop. Don't let your daddy pump you up to embarrass yourself. Right. You ain't know her real name was Drew Sidora. Right. We might not know her real name, but we knew who she was. Child, and can't none of us get into her. Randa say Drew is definitely more of a celebrity than Sanya. Clearly. Y'all keep telling me about some show she had, and I still ain't never heard of her other show. Nisa say they all came together like a family to discuss one event. Clearly a manufactured scene. It is definitely manufactured. And what's sad is if they do that in real life for no reason, these people are weirder than I think they are. But on the Sheree and her guy friend, this was, her 30-second commercial. Lord, poor Sheree. Oh my God. Hold on. Vanessa say, sis, who that got burn marks from your dragon? I ain't mean to get her for burn marks, but it's just a mess. Baby say the gag is Sanya can't talk to her husband like the normal wives. Right. Ain't that something? You got to sit up and talk with your mama, daddy, and sister. Where's your Let me hush, because she up there talking about Drew husband, but girl, Sanya. Get your man, Sanya, before you be the next one, Sanya. Anyway, so she telling her guy friend what happened or whatever. I'm tired of this story. The story don't even sound believable. When she tell it, it sounds like she reading it off index cards. And he was like, so what do you, this man was in prison. What you think that he, saw when he looked at you, somebody in prison? How do you think he looking at you? And he was like, it was a fantasy. He in a cell. He beating off. His words, not mine. He actually said it worse, but I'm just saying, he was like, when he get out, the fantasy become real. Like, and she up there talking about, well, I can't say that I won't talk to him no more. Girl, if he really did to you what you claim he did to you, you wouldn't talk to him no more. You knew that man had done sent that cease and desist. You knew good and hell well that man wasn't finna film with you. You knew he wasn't finna be on Bravo. Stop being stupid. And here go my girl. Lala say Sanya keeps trying to make fetch happen, and it ain't happening. Okay? But then, so he was like, you need to back off a little bit, pointing to other people. What you want to do for you? Why that fool say she by Sheree? And tell me why production is shady as hell. They gonna go back to that reunion when she talking about spring, summer. He's like Eddie talking about what happened to she by Sheree? Joggers. What do you mean joggers? Like what the hell? I'm like, activewear, it'll be released spring, summer. They played all that stuff back just to embarrass this girl. Like it, I feel like at this point, Sheree don't need to say she by Sheree no more. She don't even need to say the words no more. She don't. She don't need to say it no more, and never again do she need to say it. And then talking about I need a business manager. And she need a team, and says that Tyrone will get no more of her energy. And her friend told her, don't date nobody else in jail. I feel like those are sage words, but those were words that shouldn't have needed to be said. Them words, it shouldn't have been needed. It clearly was, but it shouldn't have been needed. You're too old for somebody to tell you to quit dating convicts. Come on now. Stop it, I say. Stop it, I say. So then we go to Kandi and her dirty guest house. Kandi in the dirty guest house. That sounds like an after school special, don't it? Born to Be Wild say they will roll that beautiful bean footage. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. They roll some more later. So they in there talking about this decluttering is a never-ending job because you're not decluttering, baby. Now, you might be moving that clutter from one part of the room to the other, but you ain't decluttered the goddamn thing because that stuff ain't growing like fungus. You ain't never took it out the house, heifer. Clean your house. Clean your house. Or if you don't want to clean it, let me tell you something. I will catch a flight and come clean it. Me, my bad leg and bad back. You're going to have to cut the check. No, not the check. I don't trust your checks. You're going to have to pay me. But I'll come clean it at this point. Clean your house. The pool house was dirty. Now the goddamn guest house is dirty. Now, Kandi, we starting to get a bad impression and you failing health inspections. Now, stop it. Stop it. So anyway, she talking about she decluttering. Oh, I want to donate some clothes to Marlo. She going through the clothes. Todd talking about, let me see what you got up in here, going through the stuff or whatever. I'm like, whatever. So then she gonna call Marlo with this mess. And Marlo was like, and she didn't even say it nasty. She kept it real, but she didn't say it nasty. She was like, look. I'm trying to get these girls some new things. I want them to feel like they're worthy. I want them to have some new items. Vanessa say, I sense a pattern of dirty restaurant, dirty house. Right. That is a pattern. That's a very clear pattern. Okay. So she jumps off and starts calling Marlo whack for not giving them girls her hand-me-downs, talking about my gently used clothes. Now, let me tell y'all what I feel about that. Do you mind? I don't think y'all mind. Let me just tell you what I feel. First of all, see, this is why now I'm starting to understand why Marlo did that interview and call this tramp selfish. Yes, you donate to charity, honey. Yes, you will sign a check, but that's also a tax write-off, and it's something to make you feel good. It's good for your conscience, and it helps the people that's collecting the money. But it's not done with any level of thoughtfulness, and that is the issue. The girl explained to you why she said what she said and why she really meant that she wanted to do it that way. And you couldn't hear it. You couldn't put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You had your mama. You wasn't in no foster care. Joyce took care of you, took you to the Performing Arts High School where you met your little friends and ran around with that real mundane group that y'all swear is killing it. Because Escape ain't never been bumping. I said it. I stand by it. Put it on my tombstone. You didn't come from the same background. Why it is you can't put yourself in somebody else's position? Hell, I ain't never been in foster care. I had my mama and my daddy. But I can understand what Marlo is saying. Those children are already in a position, and she knows firsthand where they do not feel worthy. They don't feel like they're good enough. They don't feel like they were good enough for their parents to get their act together to come get them, a lot of them. I heard that in Marlo's voice when she was talking about them children when it came to her sister. You know what I'm saying? You're not even thinking about psychologically what that does for a kid. You already away from everybody you living with people, and some of these foster mamas treat these children like garbage. The ones that don't beat them, they do things that are emotionally abusive. Everything you get is a hand-me-down or something that don't nobody want. Something somebody else done always had. She didn't even think about the psychological effects of having something that was your own first. You didn't have to get it after somebody else was through with it. And the fact that tramp, that trollop, that billy goat with the mouth of a catfish couldn't figure out that what the girl was trying to do was something that was admirable and honorable. And the fact that Marlo told you what she was trying to do and respectfully declined your tacky little stale garbage bagged up offer, you gonna get off the phone talking about she whack for that. No, ho, you whack for having a dirty house with millions of dollars. That's what's whack. That's what's whack. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, but you ain't got enough decency to be ashamed. Y'all, I don't like that billy goat. That billy goat getting on my last nerves. It's like I'm starting not to even feel bad that them clear people done sick Marlo on her, because clearly they done set Marlo on her. But I'm starting not even to feel bad that Marlo is the executioner. That billy goat is sickening as hell. She's sickening for that. And yeah, Eva, Todd did tell her not to do it. Vanessa said all that dang money Kandi got, she could have given gift cards. She could have, or you could have gave nothing. Why would you come offering somebody some stuff that you just want to get out your guest house? It ain't like you put no thought or no love into it. You just trying to clean up your dirty house without paying anybody. Oh, they should be happy to get my bull guts. Don't nobody want them dog pallets you got piled up in bags. Probably sitting up there smelling stale, like old rainwater. You ain't even washed them clothes. Ain't sent them to the dry cleaners or nothing. And you want these? No. Heifer. Auntie Eva say, right, I understood where Marlo was coming from. Don't do Billy like that. She's still a billy goat. She might not be the billy goat, but that billy goat. DS say, who would really want some clothes from Dirty Dust Box Kandi. But this the thing. I ain't gonna be like that, D. Now, it's some battered women's shelters. A lot of them ladies would love those clothes. They can clean them, send them to the cleaners or whatever, get them steamed. A lot of those ladies would really appreciate those clothes so they could go on job interviews and try to get their life back straight. What Marlo is trying to do is something different. She whack for wanting to make those children feel like they worth something. That says a lot about that tramp's character. Says a whole lot about her character. Say, oh Lord, Kandi has a dirty home. Yeah, and she showed it. She showed it on camera. That's why she didn't have no problem trying to take that camera into Nene's closet when Nene told her flat out, "No, my closet ain't ready for company." That's why she didn't have no problem doing it, because she don't have no problem having a dirty house. Just like she don't have no problem failing them health inspections. Deborah says exactly, Seanitra, and Kandi isn't known for labels. So there's that. And Todd knew that. Right. That's why Todd told her don't do that. You know Marlo ain't gonna want that. Kandi felt like these was good enough. Thank you, baby. And that's the problem. Marlo trying to make them try and feel like, hey, you don't have to get what's good enough. You worth the best. Keep working, you'll have the best. Yeah, she a piece of work and a piece of trash. And I don't know why some people can't seem to see that. To me, it's like connecting dots in a straight line. You can't miss. Kandi too short to give to the archive. She ain't got enough labels to give to the archive. Y'all know Kandi like to, do her thing on a budget, and that ain't wrong. That ain't wrong. But she don't do them labels like that. Yeah, Kandi does have a nasty attitude. She's very snotty. Always been snotty. Y'all saw how snotty she was when she tried to get them people in Chick-fil-A in trouble talking about it's my pleasure, B. First of all, what the hell you doing over there? Go eat some of that nasty salmonella chicken from your restaurant. That's what you go eat. Instead of going to Chick-fil-A with the Christian chicken and trying to get people in trouble because they didn't say it was their pleasure. Hell, maybe they saw you without their makeup and it was not their pleasure. Chocolate Sunshine say, I worked a lot of group homes. Those girls' stories had me crying. I'm telling you. And I worked in prisons, and I seen a lot of those girls who ended up going from foster homes and transitioning into bad lifestyles and ended up in prison. You never know what that kind act could have meant to somebody. The stuff that Marlo doing. Vanessa say Marlo nailed it. Kandi is selfish. She don't think about her kids, nobody but herself. King St. Carl say, I see where Kandi was coming. I ain't saying she was wrong, but she had no right to be upset at Marlo. It'd have been one thing if that's what she was accepting. But once she told her no and explained why, she should have been cool with it. If anything, she should have felt like, you know what, that's decent. Either I can help or I can't. But it definitely shouldn't have been, oh, you whack for trying to make them feel special. Hey, sis, I was sure finna send out the search party. I'm just saying. And just say, well, she is a goat. What you expect? Whose Billy Goat is this? I'm just saying. But anyway, we're gonna move along. Because I couldn't stand it. I wasn't ready. But she is selfish. Marlo told no lies. She told no lies. How you take offense because somebody don't want you. Oh my God. Let me let that go. Because this help her run my pressure up, y'all. So then Sheree and Kenya go out to eat. This was the most useless conversation I've ever seen in my life. Kenya really still upset because Marlo called her out about her fakery. Kenya talking about, her business drama, and she meet her deadlines for Walmart because her bottles come from China, and the lockdown stuff affected it and they didn't get there on time, and she don't have no team, and she blaming her personal issues. She could lose everything. Girl, bye. First of all, Kenya, we know you on a budget. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But baby, all your bottles ain't got to come through Alibaba. You could have got them from a different distributor. You could have tried something different. Now, mind you, I'm not finna use Kenya Moore's water for hair. But baby, if you made it to Walmart, that's the big show. You got to meet your deadlines, and I don't want her to lose her business. So hopefully that works out. Obi say being upset at Marlo for that says a lot without saying much. Amen, baby. It sure does. So then Sheree went to talking about the darn she by Sheree and talking about she keep hitting walls. I didn't want to hear none of that. I ain't want to hear none of that. Sheree, that's not a wall. This been 14 years? How many seasons we talking about? 14? 14. Have mercy, God. Girl, if it ain't happened by now, Mm-mm. Now, I believe in patience, but ma'am, come on. It ain't happening. Hey, Jay Della Ray. Thank you. What'd you say? You be thinking it and I say it. That's what I'm talking about. That's because we connected around here. We connected around here. So anyway, Kenya still, she coughed and Sheree was like, oh, you still sick? Oh, then she started complaining about Marlo, child. She got to go into the Marlo thing. I'm mad because she mad because the girl called her out. Hell, she said it to you. She said it to you. And then she gonna say, got mad because Sheree was like, well, she said Drew did a lot. Drew ain't do nothing. Drew ain't do nothing lie. You sent Drew with them eggs, with that little pink carton of eggs. Drew stayed there and helped that girl get that stuff together and bake cupcakes for her heifer. She don't even like her. How dare you say Drew didn't do nothing? First of all, and second of all, you wouldn't know what the hell Drew did because you wasn't there. You was home with your makeup on. Now that's what happened. Then she claimed Marlo working overtime to show that she's a liar. Kenya, we all know that you're a liar, baby. Ain't nobody, we don't need nobody to shine no light on the fact that you're a liar. You've been lying. This ain't new. This is not new territory for you, baby. It's not. Then talking about we just, our relationship is on probation. We just started back talking yada yada, and y'all production is trifling. Why production played all Marlo's greatest hits, from clowning her about that U-part wig in Canada to her telling her your mama don't want nothing to do with you. That's how I know you're evil. All of the hits. They went through the hits. Marlo been dragging Kenya a long time. She been dragging her a long time. It ain't been a short ride. But I thought that was pretty funny. And then we get to the final scene, the meeting with these girls. So Drew there first, Sanya come in, and it was so funny. Sanya was awkward, but Sanya didn't even have no rah-rah till she had an audience. That's how y'all know that tramp fake. Okay? Wait a minute. You mad at Drew undergarment? Angie, I'm not fooling with you. I'm not. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they rolled that beautiful bean footage. Yes, they did. Oh, yes, they did, honey. Let me put the link here in case y'all got any opinions, because if you do, I sure want to hear them. You know I want to hear them. If anybody don't want to hear it, I want to hear it. I want to know what y'all think about everything, honey. So listen. So then Marlo shows up in her red, talking about the two best friends. Marlo is shady as hell. Two best friends, and you know good and well that lady can't stand that girl. Why is you talking about the two best friends? You know that. Antoinette, what you say? I can't stand to hear her speak. Talking about Marlo? Yeah, Marlo's a tough one to tolerate. It's the lisp, I think. It's the lisp. I think the lisp be throwing people off. That's what I think. I think the lisp throws people off. If you're talking about Kenya, then I understand that too, probably because she just can't quit lying. Lord, Kenya got liars. But anyway, so then the rest of the girls comes on in or whatever. Marlo telling them about what's going on with her sister. And from what she's saying, it sounds like the judge really wants to help, and the girl ain't ready for no help. And I feel bad because they got them children involved. Okay. Then Sheree shows up or whatever. Kenya gets there or whatever. Then Kenya said, this is what I don't understand with Marlo. Marlo, why did you have to tell everybody what went on with Kandi and you about them donations, unless she felt like Kandi was going to say something later and it wasn't going to be the way she felt about it? I felt like, I understand what you're saying, but now see, this is where Marlo loses me, okay? Because I feel like one, Kandi is selfish, self-centered, self-absorbed, all that's true. But more than one thing can be true at the same time. Okay? At the end of the day, as selfish as Kandi is, I don't believe that what she did was malicious. I don't think she did it to be nasty, but I think it was just thoughtless. Does that make sense? Like, am I bugging? But I feel like it was just her being thoughtless. That's all I think it is. I don't think it had anything to do with her trying to be malicious or trying to hurt the children. Right, Randall. It's just who she is. It's just who she is. But I don't know why Marlo had to come bring that to the group. Certain stuff, I'm like, if it's between me and you, it's between me and you. Now, if it happened in front of people, we definitely gonna clean up where we messed up. But you didn't have to do that. But I do feel like Kandi was just being thoughtless and selfish, just being herself. Obviously, Marlo usually has a point, but finds some way to make it more negative and nasty. Right. Now, mind you, had she heard that Kandi called her whack for trying to do a good thing, that was definitely negative and nasty. But the truth be heard, she didn't know what that girl said because that was in the confessional. Yeah, definitely just thoughtless behavior. Naturally selfish. Yes, it wasn't malicious. And two things can be true at the same time. Is it bad to be selfish and thoughtless? Yes. And snotty and ugly acting? Yes. But does that mean that the selfish, snotty, ugly acting person is being malicious? No. It just means that that's just who they are and they have not grown past that moment. Baby say, but they all got to create drama. Yeah, but it wasn't necessary. Right. Everybody didn't need to know that. And then here come Kenya talking about, well, I grew up on hand-me-downs. And you also was not in foster care, ma'am. Stop it. Just because you grew up on hand-me-downs, she has a vision. Let me tell you something. As someone who will start a charity drive in a minute or a community action event in a minute, I am the queen of community service and I'm proud of it. Okay. However, anyone who starts any type of charity organization, initiative, program, project, you have a vision of what you want to do and why. So for Kenya to be like, well, I grew up on hand-me-downs, girl, what they got to do with these children? Because you wasn't in the same, you're not in the same position they was in. And so Marlo was like, but you don't understand. Like, girl, I got picked on and everything else, and I don't want them girls to go through that. You know, Kenya's like, oh, everybody got picked on. And then Kenya went straight to, oh, you trying to vilify me and something. And, you know, they had their moment. And she's like, you're very off. And, of course, Marlo went straight to the wig. That wig is very off. And Kenya was like, yeah, I know I look a mess. I kind of like Kenya in that moment. Own it, baby. You look crazy. Just say, yeah, I look crazy. I ain't had time to comb my hair. You know, this season, for some reason, I still don't like Kenya. Don't get it twisted. I don't like her. But I'm disliking her a little bit less. And I think it's due to Sanya. And a little bit, maybe her sickness is making her a little bit nicer. Okay? Just slightly. And then, so anyway, they get on past that moment or whatever. And then Sanya ended up saying, well, you know, y'all felt bad because of X, Y, and Z. So I want to invite y'all to some kind of Nike thing or whatever. And we got to fly out. Drew was like, dang, you uninvited me to that too? I never invited you to that. I talked about, you know, just doing too much. And it was so funny because Drew is sitting there calm and was like, you're doing too much. Like you went from 0 to 20 million. Like, stop. Like, you're unstable. She is unstable. And she's like, you're driving me crazy. Ain't nobody driving you crazy. Y'all, okay, this is what I want y'all to let me know. Let me know if I'm tripping. If y'all feel like Sanya's looking for a moment, please put a 1 in the chat. If it looks like Sanya is forcing this, I'm so angry, Drew doing so much to me. If you feel like she's forcing it, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like she's genuinely that upset and Drew's really doing something to her, put a 2 in the chat. I just got to see. Renee, I'm not saying like she's sick, like she about to die, but she definitely has a little, congestion. Oh, you say 111. Yeah, she definitely looked unstable. And it was ridiculous. Like, what are you doing? So I'm not the only one. Hey, Jerry, what's up, homie? Okay. Right. It was not that deep. Like, why are you doing that? It's like if Drew say anything to her, oh, you driving me crazy. Girl, bye. Goodbye. Hey, Dundee. Yes, Mary. Looking for a moment. It was sickening. Antoinette said, I was talking about Kandi. Something about her is irritating. Oh, yeah, Kandi is irritating. She is. I don't know how nobody can stand her for more than 5 minutes. Alice say the scene with Sanya and Drew was so extra and unnecessary. It was. And now I'm going to tell y'all during that moment, yes, Sanya can definitely go. I told the baby they should have just edited her. They should have just edited her out the whole season like they did Amber Heard. Just edit her out. Like they did Amber Heard and Aquaman. Just edit her out. Get her gone. Enough is enough. But y'all, let me tell y'all something. I liked Kenya more in this moment. Did y'all see Kenya grabbing Drew's seat and dragging her away from that girl? Did y'all see her grab that girl chair and start scooting her and creating some distance? Did you not see that? Yes. You say she got the same amount of teeth as Steve Harvey or Puffy. One of them. What of them? I'm trying to tell you, she look like she can carve wood. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? You say, yes, she was slick with that grab. Wasn't she? Wasn't she? I say, let me find out. Kenya got a little bit of real Aquarius in her. Like, girl, let me create some distance. Y'all heifers is getting hot over here. That thing tickled me to death. Yeah, she grew up in that moment. In that moment, I say, God darn it. You say, Kenya been likable this season. I don't like her yet. No, I don't like her. But I dislike her less. We ain't gonna take it all the way to like, but I dislike her a lot less. Auntie Eva say, made me think about Kim Fields, but I knew what she was doing. Yeah, she did right. You listen, y'all pull that crap around me. I'm gonna help y'all create some distance. If I gotta dance and start doing the cha-cha slide to bump you to the left, move to the left. Hey, move to the right. Cha-cha, real smooth. I was loving it. Say Kenya's been kind of cool lately. A lot cooler. We ain't gonna take it all the way to cool, but a little bit cooler. There's our birthday girl. Hey, Christian Key. So that was pretty cool or whatever. The next thing we know, y'all, Sanya up there screaming and pointing and acting ghetto. And then get this, had the audacity. Hold on. Jay, what you say? Kenya's been a little likable lately. A little more dislikable. I get what you're saying. She's been it's a lot better. Like I have not had the urge to vomit when she come on the screen nowhere near as much. King Sankara say, Kenya be preventing the fact she ain't never forgot season 6 reunion. It looked like next episode she gonna forget. Alice say likable is a strong word. Right. Kenya has been watchable this season. I like that. That is the right adjective. She's watchable. You like her now? I can't go there. Hey, Jacob Paul. You say, yeah, Kenya did say she tired of being the villain. Yeah, maybe. So dig now. Oh, Lord. Obi say, I'm sorry. I like her now. You can have her. I ain't going to take it that far. That's too strong. Mary said, I've been able to tolerate her on my screen. Right. She's tolerable. She's watchable. It's a lot of ubbles, but not likable yet. Not yet. Y'all got to give me some more time. I need more time. Then I love the fact that she had the nerve to say that Drew needs to speak more civilly. She needs to learn how to be civil. Drew was being civil. Drew was sitting there smiling, was like, you're unstable, calm down. And you screaming, pointing and waving your arms in the air like you thought you was at MLK Day in Wildwood, Florida. Like you acted like you was a whole hood booger in public at a restaurant on television. Buck, right? Listen, y'all, I'm sick of strong nose. I done had it. So then Drew's like, y'all, I'm finna go. I like that Kenya was nice enough to go after Drew and tried to explain like what you did kind of cut her off. And she was like, oh, I thought I was listening or whatever. You say now they got Marlo to be the villain. Marlo's not being a very good villain because Marlo got too many valid points. And she ain't lying on people. DB said Kenya's gotten a little better since she had Brooklyn. Not last season. Last season, she was disgusting, intolerable, abhorrent. She was downright nauseous making. She was off-putting. She was so many things. Mary said a lot of ubbles, not likable yet. Yeah, not likable yet. Whole lot of ubbles. We can add ubbles, but not likable. Kenya's trying to keep the show afloat. With what? My bad. Maybe I missed it, sis. I might be missed it. So dig. So, King was trying to was kind of see where maybe you could have upset her. And I thought that was a nice little sister moment. And she was like, well, y'all can work. I feel like y'all can come back from this. And Drew was like, not today and probably not tomorrow. And I'm with you on that one. I wouldn't deal with Sanya no more. I wouldn't deal with Sanya no more at all. So then they showed, and it was funny because Marlo told Sanya, don't you uninvite me. You're around here uninviting people. Don't uninvite me. She's like, I'm gonna behave for them few days. And then that was cute or whatever. And I didn't like that nobody told Sanya that you acting like a whole wild outbreak animal. Like, why are you doing that? But anyway, so then Marlo with the video chat with them nephews, I thought that was real sad because them children was really, they want their mama. It ain't like, yes, King Sankara, something to Kandi. They be having the MLK festival down there in Wildwood and RHOA. And she act like she was down there at Wildwood or RHOA in the country swatting mosquitoes, screaming, hollering, and waving her hands. Yeah, I would be done with her too. Hazeline. But I really felt bad. Now, it's one thing when children have to be taken from their mama when they tiny, tiny babies. When they small, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. But the fact that them boys was that big and had to be taken from their mama, they want their mama. Auntie might be doing everything she can. It might be the fun auntie, and she get around good. Her knees pretty decent. Y'all seen the squat and scoot. She got it. But it still ain't nothing like mama. Usually it don't matter how bad a mama is, you still want your mama. Them boys up there playing and talk to her. Marlo say as soon as she got on the phone, which is addict behavior, she's screaming and cussing and telling her it's her fault she in jail. Baby, it's a traffic offense. It's a traffic offense. Marlo ain't give you no traffic offense. The judge just wants you to go to inpatient rehab. And the lady don't want to go to inpatient rehab. You know what I mean? Say she started cussing. She left the phone, threw the chair at the monitor, and then they showed them children crying. And then Marlo was trying to ask them to get her back on the phone, sound like she was finna cry. And that's heavy because Marlo is one of them tough chicks. So she tries not to break down, but she was about to break. Addiction, y'all, addiction is real. I dealt with it with my own sister. I dealt with it in my family. That addiction stuff is real, man. And it's bad. I feel for Marlo. I definitely feel for them children. That was like a hell of a low note to end the show on. But the truth of the matter is, you can't force them people to quit using, man. You can't. You can fuss, fight with them, beat them. You can go to the trap and threaten people. They better not sell to them. Ask me how I know. You can do all that stuff, but you can't force them to want to do better. Hey, Janice, they got to want to do better for themselves. What's going on, nephew? What you think about this mess that happened today?
You know what? I will say this: the last two episodes kept me more entertained than the previous ones. I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
They have been a lot more entertaining, and I got to admit, I like Kenyon now.
You like her?
You know what? I think because Kenya's been just ever since she came on here, she just has given you so many reasons to not like her. That is so refreshing for her not to do it for once.
It is refreshing. I can definitely agree. It was refreshing. It's watchable. She's more tolerable. I'm not ready for likable.
And
Not.
you know why I think it makes her like her? Because look who she's paired with. Her. Now Sanya, she's been on the show for what 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I've never honestly. I thought I had it for Drew last year. I've never disliked the person, the character they were portraying on this show, more than I've disliked Sanya.
Yeah, I think she's the worst. Like the only person. Let me see. When Kandi first came on, I severely disliked her. Like from the first episode,
Yeah,
I was like, ugh,
yeah.
ugh.
But she didn't even. But she didn't trust. The thing with Sanya is, okay, sure, you were upset with Drew because of the issue with the assistant, and Sheree and whatever. But Sheree walked in blowing kisses to Drew. You can't carry on the beef past the two people who actually were,
Was
you
in
know,
it.
was in it. Yeah, you still and you can't
Right.
you having a difficult time explaining to her every time y'all get together, y'all need to have this conversation. But it doesn't seem like she's coming out and saying too much anything.
Right.
And our mom is unsufferable.
Oh yeah, her mother's annoying. Absolutely. And you know what else that I think? I think her mother's an enabler. I think her mother, instead of correcting her daughter about her trash behavior, hey Annie, hey Black Tagarian, how you doing? Instead of her saying, you know what, I understand you felt a certain type of way, baby, but you ain't had to act like that. Don't you think that was a little bit too far?
Her and her mama used to watch the show together. Her mama saw them seasons with Mama Joyce. They both coming in for a position.
Yeah, that's kind of pitiful, but I sure hope that Mama Sanya don't think she finna be a new Mama Joyce.
Oh, she think it. She trying to give y'all a Carmen. You know, she ready to drag Drew in the grocery store. But Marlo,
yeah, girl, you ain't finna do none of that. You better sit down somewhere and oil your dreadlocks.
You saw she kept cooking that chicken when Marlo called her daughter a whole dog.
Right, straight up. That was the best thing for her to do. Keep cooking that chicken. Because then you ain't gonna be Joyce. Now let's keep it real. Joyce got her own personality. Joyce ain't coming there trying to fake front nothing. Whether good, bad, or indifferent, Joyce always was Joyce.
And you know what? I've seen so many people say Kandi has gotten boring. If you really look back, Kandi's always been boring. She just had entertaining people that was around her.
That's right. She had entertaining people around her, and she, in the beginning, was smart enough to try to go head to head with people that were already polarizing figures.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, you know, I can gain fans by going up against somebody who has some people who love to hate them. So it's like I'm giving them an option of somebody to like in lieu of this person. Kandi, strategic, but she's about as entertaining as dry oatmeal.
But you know what got me tonight? Because last week I was feeling some type of way about Marlo, you know, going out and trying to expose the ladies on TV as hoes, whether they were hoes or not. I definitely felt some type of way with Sheree. I think I was more upset with Sheree out there talking about preaching, agreeing and stuff.
I mean, Marlo didn't lie.
She didn't lie.
She ain't lie.
But see, now I caught an interview with Kenya, and Kenya said she called Sheree after she saw, you know, the episode. And Sheree pulled, you know, an original Sheree and said she didn't remember that. She didn't remember agreeing with Marlo.
But you did. You said, yep, right, facts, amen.
You said facts and preach. Now, my thing is I was feeling sorry for Kandi, you know. I wasn't feeling sorry for her, but I was, you know, kind of like, Marlo, you ain't have to. It seemed unwarranted, you know. But then you turned around, Kenya supposed to be your homegirl on the show.
And you done whole shamed her.
Yeah. Because she said she was uncut. So, and Mama Joyce, I've never really said this to Mama Joyce, but shut up. Because it ain't have nothing
That's how I feel. I'm sitting there like, I'm usually with Joyce now. When Joyce be there, I'll be right there with Joyce. But Joyce, shut up about this.
Yeah, because you don't know what you're talking about. You can't nobody control my. You don't obviously.
I'm like, lady, we don't want to hear about your salad. People is eating.
Right, you was not offered the vibrating panties.
No, and let me say this for the record, for the whole world, nobody better not never offer Mama Joyce no vibrating drawers. Lord, let me find out Mama Joyce messing around with Willie Earl. We gonna fight. Let me find out.
And Mama Joyce, what you should have been doing is telling Kandi you don't do that.
Yeah, let her know, like, maybe if y'all was in a different setting, it would have been all right. You ain't had to do that in that. And then did you see how tight and cramped it was in that little Sprinter? Y'all all in that tight space playing with pocketbooks.
Right. And I couldn't get over Sanya. Sanya was digging like she was trying to rearrange her penis.
I thought I was ready. I wasn't ready. But have mercy, you took me out with that one. But it was nasty looking. You up there digging and I was like, oh, you not finna convince me. You just not. That is an orifice. That is an opening to your body.
And you ain't take out a bit of hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. You know, you need some bleach. You need some antibacterial soap, and you up there in tight quarters with people digging around. First of all, if you in a Sprinter van with me, I ain't got to have nothing to do with it. You better not be digging in your stuff, and we in this little tight space together. I will drop kick you up out of there.
And Kandi, you giving validity because there's some people, you know, me and you, we in agreement when we say Phaedra has never apologized to this day about
So
What
didn't.
she said, Kandi, you keep giving validity to it. You getting that upset because the lady say she was uncomfortable, like you were gonna pressure her into feeling
Yeah.
okay with wearing them.
You gonna force her. Yeah, how dare you? You got your sex story. Oh my bad. So if I tell you while we sitting down kikiing, drinking, and sipping like girlfriends, and we share stories, that means that you get to put me in a public setting on a Sprinter van, and I should be cool with you playing with my stuff or sitting in a room with all y'all heifers playing with your stuff.
Right, right. But you're getting mad because Sheree say you done, use your mouth everywhere, and Marlo
Ooh.
is saying that Sheree killed
Marlo
me.
came out. Listen, King said Carl Marlo came out like Trick Daddy. I figure use a whole bunch of K.
But you know what? Now, last time we had talked about Atlanta, and I'm gonna give Marlo this. I said she wasn't representing Florida,
She did this
but
time.
the way she went in, Florida
Hmm.
people only
We
want
the
to say,
only ones. Yes, we will call you out.
and don't see nothing wrong, and gonna stand in it.
Sure will. Like I've said it 100 times. We are some of the most disrespectful, sweet, loving people you'll ever meet. That was
This
some disrespectful stuff. And
what?
it take a Florida girl to tell you that your coochie bad.
Hey,
And
hey,
I
but
say, now Marlo,
hey, but Auntie, and then after she sat there and preached her sermon to Sheree, talking about, now, come on, let's go in and kill him with kindness. Kill him with kindness.
she
You
had
know,
to get that off her chest because if she didn't come out that door and do it, she was gonna do it right there to her. Marlo mouth.
but you know what? I saw her face switch when Kenya got defensive with her and raised her voice. I saw like a light switch clicked off in because I do think Marlo is the type that when she's friends with, she locks in tight and she has some expectations that
Yep.
probably these ladies here can't meet.
Yeah. And that's true, but this the thing, right? I understand you had your expectations, but it still comes back to the same thing for me. Okay, fine. You want to call bull crap, face full of makeup, laying in bed. I'm so sick I can't ride over there. Okay, call out. But to me, to make it a whole issue when the core problem is how she supported or did not support Sheree.
And here's
That's
the catch.
between her and Sheree. Why are you making yourself the centerpiece? You're not.
And here's the catch. Nobody, now Kandi didn't call or whatever, but none of them is obligated to support Sheree. So you the one went to Philadelphia, the man ain't show up. He was on. That's on you, baby. That was a conscious decision you made. We ain't
Mm-hmm.
got to sit around and eat cupcakes with you and make you spend money we know you don't really have. No, that was wrong.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I understand what she's saying. Now, you might not get this part, King Sincard. This is a girlfriend type thing.
Okay.
When your girl done made a fool out of herself, y'all ladies, y'all with me. All us got that one girlfriend and then let a man make a whole monkey out of her. I mean, he done took your car to go pick up the other girl, and ain't nobody did it to me, but I know some girls. And he done cheated on her, and she came home and caught him in her bed with the heifer. The girl done fought her, and she lost. Oh, when your girlfriends make a whole fool out themselves, as women, we'll kind of stand behind the girl. Like, girl, it's all right. Now, we're going to tell you everything you did wrong, which is why I appreciated Marlo saying that, girl, he has you looking like a whole nobody sitting out there. Look how stupid you look. And showed her the picture. It's this thing on the internet. People can search this. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. But in reality, that's a girlfriend thing. But let's just say if I do that for one of my girls and then one of our other girls fail to show up, it's not for me to say why you didn't come show up for her. Da, 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 da. Now you can do that if you say, hey, we done all been through this or whatever, and she was there for you. But if we look back through the annals of history, we ain't
Right.
seen Sheree cut that hard for Kandi. Me and Good Boy was talking about that on the phone. Sheree don't cut that hard for Kandi. So why Kandi got to cut that hard for you? When
She
Porch
ne-
when
she
she said,
never has.
Sheree didn't go running, oh, Kandi girl, I could let her talk about you like that. None of that happened.
But Auntie, when you look back at it, Sheree really, when you look back now, Sheree started that mess between Portia and Kandi with the whole baby daddy situation.
That's
Take
right.
and if she wouldn't have started that mess, that whole drug and all that stuff would have never came
It
to
would have
light on this
never
show.
happened. Sheree did all that.
And Sheree wasn't even. Sheree was going to sit on it because she's not the one who told Kandi the lesbian thing. That was what she told Marlo, who told she would never had Candy's back. And when she got
Never.
fired the last time, she told him she didn't have to have none of them back. Wasn't what the F she do.
Right. And that's exactly what I'm getting at. Right there, what you just said. She ain't got to have nobody back. So how you gonna turn around and flip it and be like, oh, you should have been there for her, you should have had her back? At the end of the day, would it have been nice? Yes. Is that what good girlfriends do? Yes. However, if she chose not to, that's between her and Kandi. Marlo always, like I said, Marlo want to be the friend police. She want to be the relationship police. You can't tell nobody how to relate to their friends. Maybe that was Kandi way of sending a signal like, girl, we ain't that close.
Yeah. Which they're not. Her and King are not that close. In actuality, they live 500 feet from each other. And King just saw the basement apparently on the show.
Thank you. They live close, and she just not getting there. And
none of them are close, really, because I caught the first episode. Kandi say, I thought y'all was divorced. Well, y'all supposed to be homegirls that talk all the time.
Right, but they really don't. And that's what Nene was saying. Like, y'all tramps ain't really friends like that. Y'all pretend to be friends so y'all can attack me. And she didn't lie. And that's what Nicki Minaj voice, did I lie?
And that's what hurt her about Cynthia, because her and Cynthia had formed something outside of this show.
Yeah, they had a real friendship. Anytime your friend pay for your wedding because you broke and you couldn't do it, that's your friend.
And Kandi and Phaedra.
Uh-huh.
Because for you all in the delivery room.
Thank you. Now that was a friend. And then look how she did Phaedra, sitting up there letting her ex store stuff at her house. If you done messed up with my homegirl or my homegirl. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to mess up. If my homegirl say, neat, I don't do that dude no more. You can't come by my house. I know you through her. You can't come over here.
See, now, Auntie, that might be where the male and the female thing break us apart. Because I didn't feel like it was wrong. I didn't feel because I'm looking.
If you my friend and my ex come say, hey, I know I met you through her, but can I store my stuff over here? Store your stuff.
And I get where you're coming from. Because my mom got me into watching the show when I was a kid. So we watch it we don't watch it together, but we watch it in text while we're watching it. I think I'm looking at it from the Apollo Todd perspective.
But at the end of the day, it don't matter about Apollo and Todd because that ain't Todd house. Where is Todd house?
In New Jersey.
Hello, good night. So why the hell he didn't take his stuff up there to New Jersey to that condo and store it there? And the fact that Kandi let that happen, she wasn't that girlfriend. Phaedra was her friend, but she wasn't her friend. And Kandi did that because she's the nasty billy goat. And she was pissed off because Phaedra decided to be cool with Nene. Kandi would sit in the back and act like she didn't have no big problem with Nene, but she was low-key pissed off anytime anybody was close or had any type of genuine interactions with Nene.
And
because she came on that show. Because she came on that show wanting to be Nene. Hey, Gamblers Anonymous. That's what she did.
And positioned herself with Kim as soon as she got on the show. That was her friend.
Yeah, that's what she tried to do. And then she turned around and got played by the clear girl with the bad wig. And see, the truth of the matter, that's why she did that to Phaedra. That was some backstabbing type stuff. Sisters don't do that to each other. If he'd have asked me about bringing stuff, or my husband said, well, we gonna keep his stuff, who the hell is we and where's your house? I'd have called my friend girl and say, girl, he talking about he want to bring his stuff. Should I let him? You gonna have somebody ready to come pick it up if he bring it over? Yeah, we finna line that up on you, homie.
And you know what Kandi was? Because Kandi was trying to spill some of Phaedra's business about the whole talking to somebody while she was married thing.
Yeah, talking about a Mr. Chocolate or whatever. Like, girl, Mr. Chocolate, Mr. Caramel, Mr. Pecan Tan,
but
Mr.
Phaedra to this day has never spoken out of her mouth and brought the
about
stuff she knew on Kandi.
There you go.
Now, Porch was the one who brought it to TV. Phaedra, I don't think, intended for that to ever be on.
She wasn't going to never bring it to TV.
Yeah,
and the whole truth. But this the thing. She's a nasty heifer. That's a nasty cow. That's a nasty cow. That's what she is. She did that to be nasty. And then if you recall, then she messed around when Apollo was out of jail, come bringing that great value new girlfriend on the show.
Yeah. Now that was lame.
Yeah, the little racially ambiguous girl with the ultra perm brought her on the show to the party. You know she had them them fruits and berries and juices in her head. Jerry Curl minus the activator. I was like, madam, no ma'am. And she's sitting there, I didn't bring her here. I didn't bring. Yes, you did, Billy Goat.
And propped your mama on the show to talk nasty about Phaedra.
Yes, she did.
I'll
Yes, she
never
did.
forget Mama Joyce saying she would piss in that woman's throat if her guts was on fire.
Now that was funny. Say what you will of me. Joyce is funny.
You know what? That was funny. And one thing I can't forget is Kenya. I know you ain't a Kenya fan. But I can't forget Kenya sitting there and telling Sheree, you look stupid with that Mama Joyce wig you're wearing, and Kandi was sitting right next to the girl.
Oh. Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. That was tough. Now it was just funny though, but like tonight, Kenya in the confession talking about Marlo mad because I look better than her sick. Like, girl, you had a face full of makeup. Like, let's not stretch that far, Kenya. You still got some of your pretty. Now, when you was younger, baby, you was drop dead gorgeous. Right now,
Yes, you were.
Yeah, right now you on par with the rest of the sisters, baby. Pretty black women is not a rarity. There's pretty black women everywhere. You can pull a change out your pocket, throw it, and hit 20 on any given street corner.
Marlo rarely gets a real good laugh from me, but when she said Kenya looked like she was out there selling Mary Kay,
yes,
now they got a little chuckle from me.
She Marlo did with that bad wig on.
And Kenya knew it was bad. I had to respect her.
I respected that, but it was just the idea, like, girl, stop that, stop pushing it, stop that, girl, stop that, girl. Ain't none of us the girl we used to be, girl. Stop that, girl. Cut it out, girl. You sitting up here trying to throw shots. At the end of the day, Marlo wasn't talking about how you look. She was talking about the fact that you had a face full of makeup on, pretending like you was sitting up there dying.
Marlo's never called her ugly. She just said her skin was bad, and her booty was fake. None of them have ever really called her ugly.
Ain't nobody called you ugly. Like, what is you trying to do? And you sitting up here trying to shame somebody, talking about something. Oh, I look better sick. Girl, anybody look great sick. They got on that much goddamn Maybelline. Not to mention the fact you the same lady that needs to add glue to her lotion.
Oh no.
You still need to add glue to your lotion.
What, you got lotion resistant skin?
I don't know whether it's resistant or whether it is just slick like a duck's backside, because all that lotion falls right off. Now, something in my spirit say if she add a little Gorilla Glue to that lotion, it might stay put.
It might stay.
Okay, Tessica Brown say my hair, it don't move. If she add a little Gorilla Glue, that lotion might hang.
You know what? Marlo even gave a compliment. Marlo said, "Can you have all this beautiful hair? I don't know why she wear these busted wigs."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Marlo didn't try to like call you ugly or nothing. She didn't say that.
And like, she should have been.
Like she said at the table, she was like, "Girl, I didn't talk behind your back. I said it to you. Like, I don't hate you. I love you. I'm just saying." And I think that's what Kenya and people like Kenya and Kandi get it twisted. Just because somebody call you out on your mess, it don't mean that we hate you, man.
Yeah.
I felt a certain type of way. This the way I saw it. Whether I'm right or wrong, I'm saying it to you. Why are you mad when somebody say it to you? Are you so accustomed to people talking behind your back that somebody keeping it real is making you nervous? Like, what is this about?
Well, you know, her partner for the last couple of years was Cynthia, you know, so she didn't really have anybody that was going to keep it real.
Yeah, 100%. Cynthia can't keep nothing real.
Yeah, she was Cynthia's sister one time had to say, "I don't like the way she talked to you."
Yes, God. And you know what? I love Mel.
Oh, yeah. I've liked Mel ever since she was about to beat Kandi up.
Yes, Lord. Woo! Say it again.
Oh, yeah. She was going to whoop Kandi. Kandi was just making the most noise.
Making that noise and jumping and hopping and acting like a project baby. She'd have went over there and that Alabama girl was going to lay the smack down. And I would have enjoyed every minute of it.
That's why I feel like Cynthia has something in her. She just hadn't tapped into it yet.
You know, I was thinking that, but I look at it like this. I feel like we saw a little bit with Cynthia when her and Portia was going at it, and she kicked up there at Portia a little bit, like, okay, I'll kick you up off of me or whatever. But but sometimes, like in families, you done seen it where one sister is lit and the other one is real laid back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cynthia seemed like one of them. You got to push her to the line to get a reaction. Mel, Mel, one of them. You push me, I'm gonna push you.
And that's been the relationship. Because I think Mel was gonna get into Kenya when Kenya was trying to get in their family.
Yes, over there at Lake Bailey or whatever, the little thing. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I like Mel. I like their mama. It's just
I did like their mama.
Yeah, old dry Cynthia. And for all them years, I didn't dislike Cynthia. Cynthia just didn't. Cynthia was more mundane than Kandi.
I actually didn't like Cynthia. I have to be honest. I didn't like. I guess because I've come around people who have strong personalities and they are able to speak up for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get with that. Her bouncing between Nene was a girl, then Kenya became a girl, then Nene came back and she was getting to know Kenya, and then I just couldn't get with that.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily like that part, but and to me, this is where I kind of get stuck with people when I don't have a strong feeling about you one way or the other.
Oh, that's where you are with Cynthia?
Yeah, that's where I was with her. Now I just don't like that heifer. But for all them years, it was just I didn't have no strong feelings one way or the other. It was the same thing when it came to Portia. It was like people wanted us to charge that girl the pretty tax. We needed to hate her so bad because the girl got nice wigs and a cute shape. Mm-hmm. Oh, we need to hate her. We need to hate her. I'm like, I don't hate the girl. I'm not feeling it. I don't understand.
I was always indifferent with Portia. She had
exactly. I didn't have no strong feelings. My only opinion was I like her wigs. Mm. I'm for real. The girl, listen, you say what you want to say. That heifer got some bad wigs. She did that birthday party on social media maybe like a week or two back. And she was on that child. She had that 30-inch wig from the naked hair to go naked hair down to the booty. That's some beautiful hair.
You know what?
When I decide to get me a real good wig, I'm gonna get me some Go Naked.
Are you gonna support Go Naked?
I'm gonna support Go Naked.
Portia said Kenya support. I hope that one Go Naked. That one Go Naked.
No, that wasn't no Go Naked. that was some Go Home. That was some Go to Hell if you don't pray. That was not Go Naked.
Was it one of them wigs Marlo had hanging up at the little place?
No, that was not even a Marlo wig. That wasn't a Nene wig. That wasn't a Karen Hugo wig. That was a $20 holler from the corner hood hair store. That's what that was. That wasn't no goddamn Go. That show wasn't no Go Naked. She need to get her some Go Naked if you gonna slap a wig on. Now ain't nothing wrong with slapping on a wig and sitting there talking about something. Marlo, that's why she got to glue all them wigs down. So I asked the baby, I was telling the baby, I say, okay, so is she saying that she didn't glue hers down because she pretty?
Yeah, Kenya probably rely on that. She thinks she can get away with a lot of stuff because she's pretty.
Because she's pretty. Okay. And you know what? Listen, let me tell you, see, in women's politics, that's real. Okay. And I taught my daughter this. You cannot compete with a girl that's not as pretty as you. If that heifer is not as pretty as you, her hair gonna stay done. Her nails gonna stay done. She's gonna gain 1 ounce. If you catch her at 4 a.m. in a home invasion, she gonna look like she photo shoot fresh. Don't try to keep up with somebody that's not as pretty as you. So that's real. But I was trying to, make it make sense. I said, okay, that's why Kenya put that head on, put that wig on like a trucker cap. Because she's like, I'm pretty. I'm not gluing it to my head. I'm not gluing it down. I'm going to just sit it up here. That's why people had that zoom in shot where you could see the lace sitting on top of her hair like it was bent to the side. Like, you know how T.I. used to wear his hats with it bent to the side? That's why she had that wig sitting up there. Had the wig sitting side saddle.
But you know what? And I'm a dude. But I noticed that as soon as she walked in, what's up with her head?
Child, look at him. That's another one of them wigs need a chin strap.
And Marlo was nice enough not to say if you would have inserted yourself into that conversation about Kandi and the giving the stuff
Right.
away.
You wouldn't even got that. Hey,
Because
Shanika.
she told you you look beautiful when you sat down, when you came in.
Right. You should have let it stay there.
And you knew the wig wasn't right.
Thank
So
you.
you knew she was being nice to you.
And not only that, let me tell you something. A lot of them give Kenya a lot of grace. They give her a lot of grace. And if Kenya would just sit down, she wouldn't get half of the work she done got.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of that work that Kenya get is because Kenya can't watch her mouth.
Is it me or does her booty look a little better?
I don't know. I think she stopped wearing the stuff that show you how it really look, and that's the move. Again, that's women politics. Hide the good, hide the bad, show off the good. That what the ladies ain't that what we do? Don't we dress where we kind of camouflage what ain't just right and show off all your best assets? That's what we do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, I don't know why they did her booty like that, but ain't nothing wrong if she dressed, in a way to camouflage it.
Whoever did it probably had an issue with her.
Huh?
Whoever did it probably had an issue with her. Always.
Yeah, she might have said something slick to him before she went back under the anesthesia.
Yeah, you don't know who I am. I'm Miss USA. Okay,
oh yeah, you right. She do got that mouth on her. I hope that's not what happened, but so she need to sue them people. You seen what happened to Pepper from Salt and Pepper? You ain't see what happened to Sandy? They messed up her booty, and I think she had to go get it redone or something. Lord Vanessa say, I'm telling the secrets. Y'all know I am telling no secret. Sis, I'm telling the truth. That's what we do. When we get where our stomach ain't just right, it's certain dresses we put on that we know will hide that and show off everything that's right. If you know your butt ain't quite right or you ain't really got no booty, you know what to put on so people can't tell that you living a pineapple under the sea. Hey, Top Remote.
You spilling some of the secrets because I didn't know this. I have to go and tell some of my boys.
See, you not listen. You can't come hang on the porch and then go back and report. How you gonna hang with us and then go back and report?
I was gonna tell them my auntie told me this, y'all. So don't be deceived. Don't be deceived.
Yeah, because listen, most ladies know how to dress for their body. If you know how to dress for your body, won't nobody know what you really told until they do what they supposed to do to find out what you told them. Well, Jared said you can't tell seamen how to harden in a booty. You so terrible. I'm stupid.
Well, auntie and the ladies, I need one of y'all to go onto Drew's Instagram page or Twitter or something and tell her how to use that secret, because when I saw her in her blue today, I said, oh, that's not a mommy makeover. Now, Drew, I've been trying to hang on to it and say, baby, we just ain't seen it right or something.
You just lied.
And if you got a mommy makeover, it must be the same person gave Kenya her booty and they don't like black women.
They clearly don't like you. They don't like nobody. They don't like nobody look like you. If that's what happened. But that's why I say Drew just lied. She had no mommy makeover, no BBL, none of that.
And it'll be easier to support her.
Look here, your Aunt Renee telling you, don't you go telling our secrets, nephew.
Okay, well, I'll hold it. Two of y'all told me I'll be obedient.
Yeah, don't you go tell them. Now, if they watching, they'll find out for themselves, but don't you go tell them.
Well, maybe I tell them to come subscribe. How about that?
Yeah, tell them to come sit and watch us on the porch. But because, see, this is the thing. If you go tell them that, then they're going to be trying to talk these girls out their clothes. Like, well, no, I need to see what it really looked like without that wrap dress on. No. But yeah, Drew is another one. If Drew ever get the hang of how to dress for her shape, child, Drew will be all right. I hope she keep up with her workouts, though. I support that. I feel like as women, be the best version of yourself. You don't have to get no surgery. You ain't got to lie about having no surgery. Just do your thing and be the best version of yourself. You ain't got to be skinny. Be comfortable. Be happy. That's all. Hey, Ashley, happy Father's Day. You say yes. Oh. Hey, Ivy Life Coach. Manietta must didn't test well. She must not have, or maybe they're gonna bring her on as a friend later in the season.
She said she pops up later. I saw her on Kandi's little show. I kind of got turned off to her on Kandi speak on it. She had an issue. She had an issue with Kenya referring to her as Neo's baby mama.
Well, who is she?
She said she was a fiance. She wasn't a baby mama.
But do she have a baby?
She had a baby. I think she had 2.
Is she his wife?
Never.
Then she the baby mama. But what's the confusion?
That's what
If you
turned me
didn't want to
off
be a
to her.
baby mama, you could have easily put a dime between your knees until he did the needful and married you.
Yeah, that's what turned me off to her, because she said, I thought I liked Kenya, but after I saw that little shade, we might have a problem. And I don't believe that was shade. Like you said, who are you? If she would have said Monietta,
When these women kill me, how you looking for a title, but you didn't hold out for a title?
Yeah.
You could have held out for the title. What you want people to say? You done set up here and had a whole baby with no husband. You is a baby mama. Fantasia done gave him a whole song. B-A-B-Y-M-A-M-A. I was like, all right, Fantasia. You wasn't ashamed to be a baby mama. Why you ashamed for somebody to say it?
Right.
Now, doggone it. Talking about you's a fiance. Be careful you not a forever fiance like Chrissy Lampkin. At least Chrissy was smart enough not to get no babies.
It looked the little mixed girl, or the little biracial. What's her name that was on the show last season?
Fallon.
No, the one that was in the room with Bolo and Portia.
Oh, Tanya.
Yeah, like she was a forever fiance.
Yep, forever fiance. Yep, that's true.
It had a mental breakdown when Nene asked to say maybe she'll marry somebody else.
Yeah, now that pissed me off. Let me tell you something. That's when I stopped liking Tanya, and I ain't really liked her ever since. Because I'm like, you mad at her for saying maybe you'll marry somebody else. What's the big deal? This ain't all about you, and the world ain't got to stop so people can address how you felt about the fact that you being stupid.
But they could understand her, but they couldn't understand how Nene would be in a different mental headspace with her husband of 20 years.
Going through all that, and she's sitting up watching that man slowly, lose his life. Yeah. They didn't even consider how that, because when people want to have a problem with you, let me tell you something, nephew. When people are dedicated to misunderstanding you, ain't no point in ever explaining yourself. Because it don't matter if you explain yourself in 3 different languages, if you bring a pie chart, graph, if you bring visual aids, it don't matter what you do. When people are dedicated to misunderstanding you, ain't nothing you gonna say gonna make no sense to them. See, they were the hit squad against Nene, but now Marlo up here being the hit squad, and Marlo playing the hits.
And I think Sheree is in on it too. I think it's a group of them that's in on taking Kandi out.
I think so too.
I kind of want to believe Kenya is playing into it just subtly.
Yeah, well, you know how she go.
Yeah, but
you know how she go.
But like I said, she'll be after Kandi.
Right, Jerry. That might be why Monietta mad, but that kind of stuff make me tired. Yeah, and married to the other lady. Say it again, sis. Y'all in the chat. Yeah, the commitment is real. When people listen, it's some people that's committed to misunderstanding you. When they need you to be the bad person, it don't matter how right you are. It don't matter how real you are. This what they gonna do to you. For real. They ain't had no sympathy and had nerve to show up after that man passed. And that's the stuff I always blame Nene for. People treat her bad, treat her nasty, lie on her, talk about her, and she'll turn right around and try to be welcoming with them. And it's like, are you crazy? Are you a glutton for punishment, baby? These people don't love you.
Because that last season she was on before, her and Kenya really got into it, she was practically begging Kenya to try to acknowledge her.
Yeah, she was really trying to be nice. Even Cynthia phoning behind talking about maybe you could offer her some nuggets or whatever. Nene went out her way to try to be nice, and that heifer was still being nasty. The same girl that needs to add glue to her lotion. She who needs glue.
And did you see the little clip of Lisa Wu?
Oh, yeah, we was talking about that the other night up there drunk, talking about, and she didn't ever recommend me to come back. Lisa Wu, you not interested.
I mean, good and drunk.
Drunk and mad. Like, girl, bye.
And that
Girl,
wasn't a
bye.
one. That wasn't a 1 day drunk. That was a drunk for a couple of days.
Oh yeah, that was easily a 2 to 3 day drunk she was on.
Yeah, she never offered me back to.
But
And
for
I'm
what?
Yeah, what she was bringing you back to the show. You was on Hollywood Divas and wasn't good over there.
Listen, this the thing. She sure wasn't. But maybe if she came on the set drunk a few times, she'd
Yeah,
have been
but
more entertaining and people would have brought you back.
yeah, if you would have came on the stuff on something like I believe Kim Zolciak had to be when they were
Yeah.
doing that ego. You remember Nene Adam taking the alter ego pictures and Kim went out the steps to smoke a cigarette and fell down the steps.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think Kim used to, do her thing. Thank you for the super chat, DM Rock. Say, in my opinion, Marlo might cut someone one day on this show if they make her really mad because she sliced a girl's face before. Yeah, I don't think she does that anymore, but that's the Florida thing, honey. We got blade runners
Uh-huh.
all up and down the state. I'm
Cause
sorry, but it's just the truth.
my mom always kept her blade on her.
Okay, and me too, under my tongue, and I used to hide them in my weave. Clearly.
Uh-huh. And had a big knife on the side of the car.
Child, I had the knife that had the brass nooks on it. Then I had the one that was split off. Then I had I always kept the ice pick, and I gave my daughter ice pick. And then I always kept that pow pow, that shakalaka, that yaks,
They
that
wasn't just
that
hey
yatta.
they they what hey they just wasn't walking away from you, auntie.
No, no. When you leave, they're gonna be singing "Precious Lord." Don D say her ex Keith Sweat be drunk like that. Just go to his concert. He started off with the clear and end with the brown. Concerts be bad. Listen, I believe that because I remember on the verses, Keith Sweat was on that Ciroc. Boy, by the end of that verses, Keith Sweat was tap dancing across that goddamn stage. I said, "Go ahead, Keith." I wouldn't pay for no concert, but I believe I would hang out around Keith Sweat. He looked like he's a barrel of laughs.
Yeah, he does.
He do. He looked like he's a whole lot of fun.
That was
Now,
my favorite verse. Him and Bobby Brown.
yes,
Oh, that was my favorite one.
it was the bomb. I don't know. I didn't like it more than Earth, Wind, and Fire and Isley Brothers.
You didn't. I thought you were about to say Shaka Khan.
That was nice, but to me, the best hands down was Earth, Wind, and Fire. This just to me, and the Isley Brothers, because they was just straight jamming, and then eventually they started jamming together. I had a plate full of food. It was a Sunday. I was kicked back, feet up, plate in my lap. It was a beautiful moment. It felt good. But that darn Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown, they gave it to me. And the fact that Bobby was out of breath up there and sweating, and he got to where he supposed to be dancing, he told the lady, "Come up here and dance for your uncle them." I loved it. Because I was like, that's what you do, Bobby. Don't you be trying to dance for them people.
Be out and be sick the next day.
Yeah, it ain't finna mess my knee and my good hip up. Vanessa say, I like Stephanie Mills' Help Miss Shaka. I did too. That was a real sister moment.
That was nice.
That was sweet. No, that wasn't Uggs. I ain't got that criminal in here. I told Emerald to keep her cat somewhere else. I'm sick of that thing. But listen, y'all, I'm finna get up out of here because y'all know me. I'll start running my mouth and we'll be up in here all night. And what's sad is y'all will hang with me all night. Some of y'all off work tomorrow because of the Juneteenth. They love to give us a symbolic holiday to keep from paying us our goddamn money. We ain't forgot. We're going to need you to put something on the bill. Need you to put something on it. But listen, nephew, we finna get up out of here. I'm so glad you came to holler at me. The rest of your aunties won't talk to me. They sit in the chat and go to typing there like they stay back in high school and typing class. They gonna type it out. That's all right, because I can read. I'm gonna read it. Every time they type it, I'm gonna read it. And then I'm gonna talk about them because they won't talk to me. That's all right. But listen, I enjoyed you, baby. Y'all hit that like button on the way out. I'm finna find something to do with myself. That's what I'm finna do. But y'all, please hit the like button. Please double check and make sure that your like button is still hit. Because they'll take a like back from me, man. Check it. Double check it. If you're not subscribed and you chilling with us, hey G darling, make sure you subscribe. Look over there. If your subscribe button red, that means you not subscribed. Hit it, turn it gray. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you click all so you'll know every time we go live over here on this porch and talk about these rich folks. Now, y'all, I got to go because I got to watch P Valley. Down in the valley. Yeah, I'm going down in the valley. Okay. I got to see episode 3 tonight. All right.
But all right, on TV on your next live.
Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. I promise you I'm gonna be back tomorrow. But listen, get some rest, darling. Thank you so much for hollering at me. Thank y'all for being here. Remember, God loves you. I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. We'll talk later. Bye, y'all.